Hello, and welcome to your Online Accounting 1, the portion of your class where you're going to turn in all of your homework. This is the course tour video, and it's going to kind of walk you around your Accounting 1 class and how you're going to turn in your coursework and where you're going to go to look for your grades. So when you first log in to Blackboard to your Accounting 1 class, it's going to show up like this. Right down here is where you looked and you saw this video, and it will show up right down here after I upload this. Right down here is a word about technology. Basically, I would like to warn you that your assignments are all going to be turned in online. So make sure that you have a backup plan. It never fails if you wait until the last minute and you're going to turn it in right then. And you live out in the country, then you have a huge rainstorm and you can't log on to the internet. So always have a backup plan. Know what you're going to do in case there are things like that happen. Your internet goes out. If you need to run to the library, so the UAM library is going to be open so that you can use it there. There are labs if you're working in McGee. There are computer labs that you can use there. So have a backup plan, because whenever you are working and you know you've got it, that's when things are always going to fall apart. So just keep that in mind. Then down here, there's a little article that I uploaded about accounting in business and why accounting is so important, if you would like to read that article down there. So when you come in, this is the home page where you have the course tour video. The next step is going to be your syllabus. The syllabus is going to be up here through the entire semester, and you can print it, you can download it. When you're not right on it, these things will disappear, but if you come back in and kind of maneuver your mouse around, then these things will show back up. So this has the syllabus and how to get in touch with me, my office hours, the different books that we're going to use. We're actually using this blue book, which is, we're only doing chapters 1 through 9. You will need your Cengage Unlimited MindTap card for this so that you can do your assignments and turn them in. This is the book that you will link when you're going to MindTap. It's chapters 1 through 15. And while we're not going to go that far in this course, this is the one that my Cengage sent for me to link to. So it's the one that will go into your Cengage account. But this is what the book will be if you choose to purchase it from the bookstore or through Amazon. All right. So after you get done, and that's the only thing that's on here is the syllabus, and you can scroll up and down and look at all the policies and procedures, and you will need to do this because there will be a syllabus agreement test that tells you when your final is, all of that important information that we put in the syllabus, so you can look through it all throughout the semester. Then we have the Course Cafe, and this is a forum where you can come, because this is kind of an online class in some areas and you are not actually meeting face to face. This is sort of where you would come in and make those. If you were doing, how's your weekend? What'd you do? Oh my gosh, my daughter did this most amazing thing. You know, kind of the before class and after class where you're speaking with the other people in the class and just connecting. This is where you would do that. So you would come up here and you would create a thread, and then the Course Cafe information pops up here. You would put a subject in here, you know, what's this about? You know, my amazing weekend, or I hate mowers, you know, whatever you want to put up there. And then you would write that in the subject line, and then you would submit it down here. And then it's available for other classmates. They can view and they can reply, and you can have a conversation even though you're in different areas. You're not in the same classroom. There is also a different discussion board, and this one is actually graded. It's called the Course Question Corner. You would still come up here and create a thread. This is for frequently asked questions from other students, and this is actually going to be for a grade. You should post or reply intelligently to someone else's posts at least 10 times during the semester. You don't have to post so much per week, or you don't have to, but in the course of the semester, you need to have posted either a question or a reply at least 10 times. And this is for things that are pertaining to the class. So I'm having a tough time logging on to Cengage. Can anyone help me go through the steps? And hopefully another student will answer that. I will be monitoring this, so if you don't get any answers from other students, then I can jump in. But it never fails throughout the course of a semester. I get the same question 20 times. So this way, if you do have a question, come in here, reference it first, see if it's already been asked and answered. And that way it will save you a bunch of time having to wait for me to reply, emailing me, waiting for me to get back to you. It might have already been answered in the course question corner. Now, the weekly assignments. This is where you're going to spend most of your time this semester. And it is going to be, mine looks a little different because I'm the instructor. So your weekly assignments right here. This is the book. Okay, so when you click on this, it's going to open up your ebook after you have logged into Cengage MindTap. You'll be able to come in here and it'll open in a different tab. And you'll just have to wait. It's a computer, so it's a waiting game for the most part. And it will come up. You might have to sign in. And it'll take you to your mine. Like I said, once again, mine's going to be a little bit different simply because I'm an instructor, and so I have to go through different. My path is a little different. See, this is not going to let me in as the instructor. All right, but that's what it would look like for you. You'd be able to just click that and it will take you to your book. But it is a pop-up, so you will have to have your pop-up blocker turned off on whichever internet browser you use, Firefox, Chrome, Safari. Just make sure that those are turned off. When you go to MindTap, when you go to Cengage Now, there are going to be some assignments that I did not assign. So make sure you're starting in Blackboard and going to the assignment. Because if you're in Cengage and you're doing assignments that are there, I may not have assigned them and you're basically doing work that won't get graded. So make sure you start in Blackboard and you pay attention to the grade in Blackboard and the assignments so that you're not doing extra work. This is the due dates right here. I just put a big picture of it. So this tells you the weeks, and then this tells you the due dates and which chapters we're dealing with for which weeks. The syllabus agreement test, once again, go ahead and read your syllabus, and these are questions that would be answered in the syllabus. The Remind Me app, you need to download that or go to remind.com and sign up. And this is the code that you would use if you just want to click this link. It will take you directly to my class. This is how I communicate the most throughout the semester. So I might, text you through the Remind Me app and say, hey, don't forget, today's your due date, or I added this extra pop-up exam. It's going to be through the Remind Me app that you're going to get that information most often. If you can text this to this number right here, and that will sign you up as well. That's the wrong due date. Sorry. Okay. In the pretest, this is your best guess. Okay. This is how much accounting you know before the beginning of the semester. So it doesn't actually affect your grade. It affects, it's just what I'm using as an assessment. This is your pretest. At the end of the semester, you'll have a post-test, and we'll see how much smarter you got. All right, so just use your best guess, answer the best that you can, and if you don't know it, that is okay. Then you'll start here in week 1, and it will take you to the beginning of accounting. And we'll be talking, I'll have lectures in class for this. And if they will be here, and we will just start going in through that. Week 1 is a little bit different because we don't have quite as much in there. It's just an introduction to accounting. So you have the PowerPoint and then you just have a little quiz me, which is for a grade. Then you'll come back to your weekly assignments over here and you can go into week 2. Week 2 is going to be a little bit more advanced because we will have homework and you will have the end of chapter tests. So your homework are a bunch of little bitty questions that you will kind of maneuver and go through. I'm going to have to exit the preview, so give me a second because it won't let me go to Cengage without doing that, and I have to go back through here. So when we are in week 2 and we go to the homework, it will take us to our Cengage website. And once you've logged in, it should take you directly. You shouldn't have to log in every time you do your homework. And it's going to give you these assignments. And you will start the assignment. And we might have to wait for a second. So you have 11 problems over here. And this whole assignment is worth 100 points. Here's your ebook. If you need a calculator, it's up here. And your content error. Now, the cool thing about doing it this way is that you can check your work. So, label each of these accounts as an asset, a liability, or owner's equity. You'll come over here and drop this down. Money in the bank is cash. We're going to say it's an asset. Office supplies, we're going to say those are an asset. Money owed, we're going to say that is a liability. Office chairs, office furniture, we're going to say that's an asset. Net worth, we're going to say that's capital. Owner's equity. And I'm just going to randomly pick these two. Now, once you get that there, you can check your work. And if it is correct, it will give you this cool little check mark. And if it is incorrect, it will give you these X's. And it'll give you some feedback. So you can go back and check it. All right. And you can go on to the next question. So on this one, you will fill these in and it gives you a problem, and then you can fill these in so that it equals the accounting equation. And we'll go over this, and it's also in the book. It tells you which learning objective it covers, show me how to do it, report content error, or a calculator. They're all available right here. All right, now if you are going to do the end of chapter test, this is a little bit different because there are a few more steps. You're going to start your assignment. You get 2 takes on this assignment. This is your blank sheet here. And it gives you instructions, account labels, the accounting equation, income statement, statement of owner's equity, and balance sheet. And each of these are their own little pop-ups here. So the instructions are 1, and you can roll it down. This is telling you what to do and where it needs to go. The accounting equation, you're going to put information in here. Income statement, you're also going to put in things in here. And once you get finished with all of it, you will submit the assignment down here. Don't submit it until you have completed all of these. Owner's equity, balance sheet, income statement. All right, so it's a little bit more work. And you'll submit it right there. If you have any questions on that, just contact me and we can go over the steps as you're doing it. All right. Once you are looking, you can come here to grades over here on the side, and it will bring up a copy of all of your grades and what you made on them. And if you're missing any assignments, they would show up here as well. you have any questions, give me a call. Thanks. Bye.